From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Brayden Neville.
On today's episode, Jameer Thurman and Fraser Sopik discuss playing against their former team. Coach O talks about defending a pass-heavy Calgary offense, and David Beard plays an old rival. It's Thursday, September 28th, 2023, and you're listening to Ticats Today. The Ticats had a shorter practice today, as they do on these day threes, in order to make room for a little extra film time at Tim Hortons Field. They're attempting to potentially cement their spot in the playoffs this weekend at home with a win over Calgary. And it's a team that many guys on this Ticats roster are familiar with. Javian Elliott, Jameer Thurman, Fraser Sopik, Jagarrett Davis, and of course, Bo Levi Mitchell have all spent time playing in Calgary. And this game has a lot of meaning for both teams because they're looking to get into the dance, the playoffs, the big show where anything can happen. We've seen teams with losing records sneak into the playoffs and win the Grey Cup. So anything can happen as long as you get into the dance. Calgary has an offense that has been very pass-heavy. Jake Maier currently leads the CFL in passing yards. He also leads all CFL quarterbacks in pass attempts with 470, which is nearly 100 more than any other quarterback in the league. But as we all know, with passes comes picks, and Jake Maier is second in the league in interceptions. The Stamps' biggest target at receiving corps is Reggie Begelton, who leads the league in receptions and is third in receiving yards. Coach O spoke about playing a pass-heavy offense and containing Begelton today.
Yeah, I think you have to. I mean, he's warranted that. They find ways to get him the ball. He makes plays, so. But they also have other weapons. They're going to stretch the defense deep, and they have a great running attack. So, they're able to spread the ball around. But he definitely is a focal point for them.
And they throw the ball so much every game. Is that something you're expecting? Is that pass-heavy offense?
We're kind of expecting the unexpected in a game like this, to be honest with you. And that just means I wouldn't be surprised about anything in all three phases. But as far as, what they've put on tape thus far, you would expect them to air it out quite a bit, throw the ball intermediate quite a bit, and then they're gonna take their shots. So Dave's super creative, and I know they'll be well coached and prepared, but so will we.
Back to Coach O in just a second. Yesterday, the team announced that they had signed Jamal Davis, and he's been at practice for the last few days. And Coach O was asked if we could see him potentially dress in this game on Saturday, and he had this to say.
Yeah, he's likely to suit this week, so he'll be on. Well, as of right now, I mean, you never know, but I would anticipate him playing. You're never really counting on anything like that, And anytime, I know that he had plenty of suitors. And so, when somebody who has status like that and who's produced in this league, you are sometimes caught off guard that they're available. So happy that he chose here, and I think he could have the opportunity to add some value to a football team that's already pretty good up there.
Back to Coach O in just a second, but Darrell Walker was another one of those acquisitions the team made this week, and the guy's a veteran, an all-star, and a guy who can do a lot for this Ticats offense, and Coach O spoke about his presence today.
No, he won't be in the lineup, but he's been awesome at this point in time. He's been real good. We're just letting him, get his legs back underneath him. We don't have a timetable set on any of that. He's up here. He's, like I said, right now he's brought just leadership, and by leadership I don't mean stand up talking. I just mean by example. He's poised. He's paying attention in walkthroughs and meetings. He's taking notes. So he's come in willing to do whatever is asked of him.
That was Coach O following today's practice. Jameer Thurman has been a focal point on this Ticats defense, a beast even, if you will, and has been one of the best additions to the Ticats this season. Saturday, he will play his former team, Calgary, where he spent the first 4 seasons of his CFL career. Jameer was a massive part of their defense, and if anyone knows the Stamps offense, it's him. Today, he spoke about playing against his former team and more.
I feel great and looking forward to the challenge, looking forward to going out there and competing against those guys.
And then going up against Jake, what can you say about playing him in a very pass-heavy offense?
I mean, it's going to be interesting. They throw the ball a lot, so there's a lot of opportunities for the DBs and really everyone on our defense to make a lot of plays on Saturday.
Have you been talking at all with any former teammates leading up to this game?
I stay in contact with a few of them, but, on game day, all that stuff changes.
What needs to be done on this defense to contain them as much as possible?
Start fast, limit explosion plays, and take away the running game, making them one-dimensional, and we're going to win.
And with the potential to clinch, is that something on the mind to get this done as early as possible?
I mean, the next game is the one that's most important to us, and that's all we're worried about. And, we clinch. But right now, we're all focused on winning, and that's our main focus. That was Jameer Thurman. David Beard is a guy who's no stranger to this Calgary Stampeders team, except he was used to playing against them, playing for the Edmonton Elks. That Elks-Stamps rivalry is one of the biggest in the CFL, and Beard was a part of it for 7 years, playing tons of games against Dave Dickinson and his team. David spoke to me today about that rivalry, and if it's something he still carries with him to the East Division here in Hamilton. He also spoke about what to do against that Stamps defense.
Yeah, I mean, they've changed a lot over the years in terms of seeing them historically, but right now kind of what they're showing is they're flying around trying to get to the ball. In terms of a key to success, we're just trying to stay on jerseys, kind of play all the way through the whistle. So,
you've been a part, back in the day, you were in those Edmonton-Calgary rivalries. Is that still something you almost hold with you when you go up against Calgary now that you're in the East Division even?
I actually wouldn't say so. I've kind of shelved that. Those days are behind me, and that rivalry is for them to kind of enjoy. Our rivalry is obviously Toronto now, but in terms of prep, it's prepping like any other game. We're trying to find any kind of giveaways they have, trying to find any kind of weaknesses they have. Like I said, the thing that kind of makes them stand out is they really fly around trying to get to the ball. So we just got to get on a jersey and stay on a hat, and it'll be good.
There's an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot this weekend. Just how important is it to get that done early?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not focused on that whatsoever. And I know lots of guys would think that's kind of a cliche thing to say, but truthfully, we're not worried about that at all right now. Like, we're going to let the stats take care of themselves, and we're trying to get a win. And that means us in our group, in our side of the ball, taking care of things, being disciplined with details, that kind of stuff. So I'm certainly not worried about that at all. That was David Beard. Fraser Sopik has been a very important piece of that Ticats special teams this season, and guess what? He also played for the Stamps for the previous 3 seasons before signing in Hamilton. He sat down with me to discuss the upcoming matchup with the former team and more.
Good. I mean, we're in a must-win game. I think they are too. So should be a good game between teams that I think have battled all year. So it'll be exciting.
And on special teams, what do you need to keep in mind in this game yourself personally?
You know what? Like, just stick to the game plan. I think Coach Killam does an awesome job over there. So we gotta be, gotta keep things straight on our end as well, and make sure that we do our job.
Do you still keep in touch with any of the guys over there in Calgary? You still got some friends over on the team?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That core's been together for a long time. So. I was there for quite a while too, so definitely got some friends. But it'd be nice to see them. But football at the end of the day.
Both teams are trying to get a playoff spot here, and you guys are pretty close. You have the chance to clinch this weekend. Does that give this game a little extra?
This time of year is, a little bit more intense, just in general. I mean, I think any game, in its soul, will be nothing too crazy, but it's definitely a heightened awareness around.
I've asked a lot of guys this. I haven't gotten to ask you this. What's your game day routine?
Oh, I keep it pretty chill. I don't. I like to stay kind of in my space as long as possible.
Yeah.
Prior to game time, so I like to, just make sure I'm eating and drinking water and watch TV.
No weird rituals or anything like that.
Nothing weird. No.
Now, what are you watching on TV? What's the show right now?
Well, games are on Saturday, so I'm watching a lot of football on Saturdays. Yeah.
And then, so you're watching some college football, a little bit of everything. This is a huge game, and I know this team likes to take it one game at a time, but how big would it be to clinch this weekend, get that out of the way right now?
Oh, yeah, it's always, you make, first goal is always to make the playoffs. Everything else comes after that, so it's something we want to get done.
And throughout your time here and say working on that special teams with Jeff Reinbold, what has that been like in difference to being in Calgary?
Yeah, I think anytime you got to work with someone new, it's like a whole new experience both on special teams and defense. So that was new but exciting. It was part of the things that intrigued me. So it's been really good.
All right, well, Fraser, exciting game for you.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be fun to play some old teammates, so thanks for joining me today.
Cheers, I appreciate it.
Big thanks to Fraser Sopik, David Beard, Jameer Thurman, and Coach O for being on the show. Ticats fans, remember, pre-sale access to tickets for all Built in the Hammer Grey Cup Music Festival concerts, including the Friday night featuring Carrie Underwood, are now open for all Grey Cup ticket holders. Tickets for Carrie Underwood and the other dates will go on sale to the general public on September 30th at 10 a.m. That's all the time for me today. I want to thank you for listening to Ticats Today.